What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Avengers Beyond Earth's Mightiest, so the Avengers 60th Anniversary 2-pack with Grey Hulk and Bruce Banner. So this was a pack we were going to skip on because we did need another Hulk, but of course with all the sales and stuff that have been going on recently, we found this for a really good price, so we decided to pick it up, and I'm going to take a look at it here today. So it's really cool. We do get a Bruce Banner, so just like a human version of Bruce Banner. So cool to have that. Probably the first time we've ever had one of him, so that's really cool. From when he first turned into the Hulk in the issue #1, where he was the Grey Hulk version, so that's pretty cool. And we can see that sort of comic background design there. So the picture, so again, that same comic background going from Bruce Banner into the Hulk, and then we have the two of them there on the back with the accessories it's going to come with, so it looks pretty cool. Mostly just another version of Hulk in gray design, but like I said, getting that Bruce Banner is what we wanted this for mostly. So pretty cool that we're finally able to pick up this pack at the good price. So I'm excited to check this out, so let me get him out of the box and we'll take a look at them together. So let's start off with Dr. Bruce Banner, who first appeared in The Incredible Hulk #1 from March 1962. He's a theoretical physicist working in the field of nuclear physics, working for the US Army to develop a gamma bomb, but while performing its first test, he was bombarded with massive amounts of gamma rays that turned him into a behemoth that would come to be known as the Incredible Hulk. So of course, Bruce Banner is a super genius, but he does suffer from dissociative identity disorder, which was more introduced later on, giving him sort of that he had a personality of Hulk already within him, and this sort of made it come out and manifest. But overall, I think he looks pretty cool. Of course, he just looks like a nerdy guy in a lab coat, which is pretty much what he was supposed to be. But overall, I do like this design. Of course, the body's not the best, so it does have pin joints, so he already has some issues just from being in the box. Like his legs seem a little bit messed up, so it is kind of hard to get in the stand. But overall, I do like this design. It's cool to just get the basic human version of Bruce Banner, our first time getting him, so I like that. I wish we'd get this more of other characters, but overall, I think he looks pretty decent. I presume they took this right out of the comics, but especially if you take his glasses off, because obviously these glasses don't stay on him too well. Overall, I think he looks pretty decent. Just looks like your normal guy, has his hair sort of parted and combed over with the brown hair, so that looks decent. Underneath the lab coat, he does have this orange button-up shirt and a blue tie with some blue jeans or some sort of slack going all the way down there to the brown shoes on his feet. Of course, the white lab coat on over the top of that. And overall, I think just looks relatively decent. Not a whole lot to it. Not just, an unassuming guy just supposed to be carrying off the look of a scientist. Now, movement-wise, we do get the head that'll twist all the way around. You can look down that far and up that far, so he has the hinge, so good movements back and forth. Then we get the shoulders that can come up that far, so it does have the, the lip on the shoulder here, so it only goes up that far and can rotate around. We get the bicep twist and the double elbow joint that can bend all the way up on itself there, so that's pretty decent. Wrist will twist all the way around and hinge back and forth. Then we go to the ab crunch, so he does have the crunch cut out there. Of course, with the jacket, it's going to be hard, but he does crunch back and forth a little and twist all the way around at the waist. Then the hips will come up to 90 and out to the side. Of course, the lab coat gets in the way, so out to the side there. There's a thigh twist all the way around. The double knee joint, you can get it to bend back that far, which isn't too bad at all. And then we get the foot that'll flex back and forth and can twist side to side. So overall, the movements are decent. Just like I said, has the old pin joints, so has some issues, especially in the legs. So if you try to line up on the thigh there, the knees are sort of bent in, so it doesn't really work out. And as you see, it's sort of curved there as well, so that's always just some of the issues I have with that. So getting him to stand can be quite difficult. Now, accessory wise, the only thing he comes with, as I already showed, he had the glasses on. Now, they don't sit on perfectly, and it's not like it seems like they just made the figure and then they just threw a pair of glasses on, because it's not really cut out around his ears or anything to really hold the glasses on. But I do like the look with the glasses. I don't think it looks horrible or anything, and it kind of carries off the look, making me look even more nerdy and like Bruce Banner from the comics. But overall, I think that works out pretty well for him. And overall, it's awesome to get just a basic human version of Bruce Banner. I think it's cool to finally get him in this sort of form, and this again was the main reason why we wanted this set. And then we also get Grey Hulk, a part of this pack, of course, what Bruce Banner turned into with his hulking form. Now, Grey Hulk was influenced by Frankenstein and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He was originally created gray because Stan Lee didn't want to suggest any sort of ethnic group with any skin color, but the coloring ink they used for the gray changed over time to various shades of gray to even green colors because of the way the pigmentation worked. So they eventually just changed him to green by the second issue because it was having so many issues with the first one. So they just switched it so that that's why he was gray originally before they turned him to green. And then of course later on they reintroduced Gray Hulk with like Joe Fixit and stuff that we've done more recently. But overall I think it looks cool. Of course this looks like Hulk that we've seen multiple times, and as usual with Hulk he has superhuman strength, speed, and durability, as well as anger, empowerment, and regeneration. So nothing really new or anything to really look out here. It's just, you know, pretty much the exact same body we've had before. The only difference is the head, so it goes with the more that classic look. And since he's like, you know, based kind of off Frankenstein, he has the square like head with the hair sort of like flat up top, so again that influence from Frankenstein thrown in him, with the big ugly face with his mouth open. You see his lower teeth there sort of sticking out, big flat nose with prominent bones like above his head there. So it all looks pretty cool. Then the rest is all gray, so it is gray. You can kind of see it looks like it does have a little bit of like a green sort of tint thrown in there to it with the gray, but the body is, you know, the Hulk body we've seen multiple times before. We've had this, I don't know how, this may be like the 5th time we've had this body, not exactly sure, I just know we've had it a lot. But I like how it's got the blue pants, you know, that match along with that Bruce Banner's body, and then just gray all the way down to his feet, so pretty basic overall there. Now, movement-wise, the head will twist all the way around. Can look down that far and up that far, so pretty decent movements with the head. We get the shoulders that come up pretty close to 90, at least that far. Again, don't really know if it can go any further. I guess if you force it down, it gets closer to 90. And then has the butterfly joint, so the arms can go really far back there, so you can get them like sort of posed up and everything. And of course, it rotates around. We get the bicep twist with the single elbow joint that bends to 90 with some rotation in there. And then the wrist will also twist all the way around and hinge back and forth. Then we go to the ab crunch, so you can see that ab crunch cut out. So crunch back and forth and twist around just a little side to side. And then you can twist all the way around at the waist. Then we get the hips that come up pretty close to 90 and out to the side. Thigh twist all the way around. The double knee joint that'll bend up that far to the back, which isn't too bad for a big figure like this. And then the feet will flex back and forth and twist side to side. So overall works out pretty good, you know, just like those other Hulks. So nothing new or really different out of the ordinary there. So the same old Hulk, just again in the gray color with the more classic head design. Now accessory wise, he does come with an additional head. So if you want to just have like a normal sort of flat head, it does come with that, or flat face I should say, where no like expression, really just kind of staring there blankly. We do get that head to go with him. He does come with the opposite sort of hands there, so we do have a hand that's sort of open like claw hand or whatever, grabbing hand, and a fist hand to go on the opposites there. Since that Bruce was wearing the orange shirt, we do get the ripped up orange shirt to put around him, so you can just take this and wrap it around on his shoulders so it can sit there. So yeah, now has the orange and blue colors from that original design. And like all the other Hulks, we do get the crunched up pipe that he can use weapon wise. So we've seen all this stuff many times before with our other Hulk characters. So overall I think that looks pretty cool, having the Hulk there again, adding especially with the colors of the orange and blue against the gray skin, looks pretty cool. And I like this head design a lot. Now of course we've also had this gray Hulk before, so we've had this version here. So again, he has a different head design. Again, I hate like this head design, love this one a lot more. So I love the new upgraded head design, but you can see the difference with the color. So this one is definitely more gray, and then still has the orange shirt and blue pants, but looks like, I'd say, more realistic, where this one looks directly from the comics. So I like having this one a lot more. And I think we had that originally with like the green version of the Hulks, where we had one that looked more like that other one, got an upgraded one that looks more like comic accurate with the purple pants and all that, like the bright purple. So I like how they've sort of upgraded their figures to make them so you can choose between more realistic or more comic accurate, and I really like this comic accurate one. So with both figures from this pack, you can try to recreate the Incredible Hulk #1 cover where Banner is transforming into the Hulk there. So pretty cool to have both of these figures. I like they did this 2-pack together where we get the human version of Bruce Banner as well as the Incredible Hulk in the gray form from that first comic. So very cool to have this 2-pack. I like both the figures. Obviously, I like the gray Hulk, you know, figure-wise much better, and the Bruce could have much better body design, but it looks like he does, so that's all I really care about is the looks of him. But very cool to at least get a human version of Bruce Banner finally for our Marvel Legends. So let me know what you thought of this 2-pack down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, let me know with a thumbs up. But thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.